Hello traders and welcome to the market update for the week ending 28th of May 2021. I'm JG, member of the Vedanta Elite Trading Team here at Master of the Markets. And today I'm going to talk to you about continuation and reversal patterns. So as we know, the markets always move in phases. So as you can see from the chart that I have open here already, you've got all these swing highs and swing lows, and they denote that the market has turned at that point. Okay, so that's, you've got a swing low and it's followed by a swing high and then a bit of a move and then a swing low and continues so forth. Okay, and this is the phases. Okay, you either have a down phase and an up phase, or we do call them phase one and phase two, depending on which way the market is trending. As you can see here, it's saying it's in an uptrend, so that's an uptrending market. But that will be further down the line from where it is at the moment. Just for reference purposes, I wanted to show you that we have a smart money indicator, which is exclusive to Master of the Markets, and it's quantifying our swing lows and swing highs for us. Okay, so a lot of the work has already been done for us. However, what we're looking for here is to establish, which way is the market moving. Okay, the probabilities are, it's got possibilities of going sideways, could go up, could go down. So what we need to look for is which way is it looking to go, and how can we capitalize on that by placing our trades. Okay, one way to do it is by looking at the chart and seeing what is the market doing, as in which way are the bars forming. Are they forming to the upside, the downside, the size of the bars, and seeing how big they are? Is there a continuous run of seller bars being the red bars, which are going to the downside? So as you can see here, there's a move there. You've got a seller bar there and another one there, followed by another one. So it's a strong move to the downside. Okay, and that tells us that this market is definitely going down. We can kind of capitalize on that and say, we'll continue following down, but we also need to look at to see how much of the open equities is left. So there's various things that we need to look out for as we look at the charts. But the way to find out if it is a continuation pattern or a reversal is, what we do is we tend to draw some lines on the chart. So let me just move the chart for you in the direction here. So as you can see, the chart forms on a daily basis, new bar forming. And what I've done here is I've drawn some lines. Okay, so these lines that you see here are support and resistance lines. So as you can see, the one at the bottom is a support line. Okay, why is it called a support line? Because this one is like the floor. When you stand on the floor, if the floor holds your weight, then you are supported by the floor and you're not going to fall through. However, if the floor gives way, then you are going down and you're going to get onto another level, which is going to be the level below wherever you're standing. So this is the support line there. And the top one here is a resistance line. Okay, resistance is when you try and jump up and you got a ceiling. So there's only a certain amount that you can jump to. You can't go any further than what the ceiling will allow. However, if you do break through the ceiling, then you end up on another level. So that's what we're looking for. So support and resistance lines here. We'll wait for the touches to come down. The market is going to move this support line a little bit further, but you can see that it comes down to the support line and then retraces back up to a resistance line, then comes back down to the support line, back up to the resistance line, and so forth. The market keeps on moving. So when we get a channel like this, I spoke to you about this previously, where we draw these trend lines to say, we're getting a bit of a channel forming or a bit of consolidation going on in the market. It's compressing. So what happens is when we get something like this, we're waiting for the market either break through one of these lines, and that gives us an idea of which direction the market is moving in. Okay, so when we go into that, as we move further along, as you can see, there you are, we have the resistance line has been broken. And then, as you can see from here, that once it's broken the resistance line, it heads up to the high side and we can see this is a up moving trend. So we know that this is from this point onwards has become a continuation pattern and carried on. Okay, so if you were looking at this one from the bottom here, looking for, we've seen the market here. Okay, it's turned. We've got a smart money indicator come up on the confirmation dot here. So now we know the market's going up. Okay, how far does it go? It gets to a certain point, and then you can see these are buyer bars to the upside, and then we've got a seller bar coming to the downside, and it's a sizable seller bar. You can see the length of that and how big it is. And then we think, is this going to be a turning point? This is what we call a primary bar setup, 3-bar primary bar setup. Okay, a lower high and a lower low. So is that another turning point? Is it a turning point? So we would look at an opportunity on here and some of us using some of our strategies. And as you can see, yes, it has reversed and it's come back down to the downside there. However, you can see that the size of the moves are pretty much similar there. They're not breaking past any of our lines of support and resistance. Okay, so there you can see that's happened. And then here again, you know, we've had some seller bars there. Okay, slight interruption there, and then you've got a big seller bar to the downside, and then you've got a buyer bar formed there. So you're thinking, okay, you know, which way is this market going? As you can see, the smart money indicator has kicked in and given us a confirmation to say that is a swing low. And then we just want to see how far it's going to go. And when it gets to this point there, you can see it's broken past our resistance line and taken the trade to the upside. So if we had entered on the confirmation bar, would have been entry on the close of the confirmation bar there. Our stop loss would have been on the low of the stop bar there. And then we would have just trailed this along as we go all the way to the top and taken a good run on this trade. Okay, that's the continuation pattern there. But sometimes you'll get a reversal as well. So there you can see that it's a continuation. And then when he gets to a certain point, again, we've got a swing high confirmed, and then the market is going back down. However, we didn't have there was no primary bar set up there, an insider bar forming there. We're looking for an insider bar breakout. We could have taken that on a trade to the downside, but we need to make sure that the market does form for what we are looking at. This can take quite a while for it to form. It doesn't form when we require it to form. The market forms when it's ready to form. And therefore, we have to make sure that we stay patient and maintain our plans to take a trade only and when it occurs. We also use you can also use other tools and indicators to confirm if it's happening. So basically, you can do some time frame correlation to look at the higher time frames to see which way the markets are trending, and is there more support or strength for it to go in one direction or the other. But here, as you can see, that now the market's ending there, so we have a choice. Okay, at the moment, there's a couple of lines there. This market could continue going in a channel there, a little bit of compression. It has an option to go to the high side, which is showing support for at the moment. As you can see, there's 3 buyer bars there, all to the high side, going higher and higher. So there's a strong possibility for it to be going up. There's more probability on the upside on there, but there's also option for it to go to the downside. Should there be lack of faith in the market and it doesn't get the support to the upside, then the market will turn and come back to the downside. As you can see here, we have a strong buyer bar there, quite long to the upside, and then you get to a point, and then all of a sudden the smaller seller bars come in and take it back down into the range of the consolidation within the confines of these arrows there. Okay, so this is what we're looking for. Which way is the market going? Is it up, down, sideways? And then from there, we wait to see where it makes a breakthrough, like here at this point when it made the breakthrough there from our resistance line, and then took a move to the upside there. Okay, so either it's going to be a continuation like so, or it's going to get to a certain point and then we'll get a reversal forming. And we take our trades according to which way the market's moving on, I guess, of a probability of which arrow it's gonna follow in the markets. Okay, that's continuation and reversal. Remember, when we're looking at this, we're also looking for the open equity as well to see, has it gone to a certain point, and do we carry on taking a trade on a continuation? If it got to a certain point, we'd say that no, from there to there, quite a bit of open equity has been diminished, therefore it doesn't make sense to take a trade to the downside. We'll wait for a reversal to form and then look at opportunities to take the trade to the long side. Okay, so there's many factors that come into it, but a little bit of understanding on continuation and reversal. So our strategies will take this into account. As you can see, we have a cash in strategy, which is a reversal strategy, and that works quite well with us in conjunction with the smart money indicator. Let's clear that for you now and move on to the analysis for the market review for this week. Let's see what's happening on the Euro USD. As you can see, we're a little bit of a support to the downside. It's had quite a bit of a run for the past few weeks, going up to the upside, and now we're losing a little bit of strength there to the upside, and it's making a move towards downside on the Euro USD. Dollar Swiss, a little bit of slow movement there, and it's a turn. So today you can see the market's gone to the upside after a long move to the downside. So as I was talking about, the open equity, would we take a trade to the downside? Quite a bit of move has been made. We won't be taking a trade for the downside from here onwards, but we've had a swing low confirmed, a swing low, and then a swing high confirmed. So now we have a confirmed high. Therefore, we could have possibly looked for a move to the downside from this point, but here is now moving to the upside again. So imminently get a swing low confirmed, and then we can possibly take a trade to the upside, which is where the market seems to be moving on the dollar Swiss. Pound dollar, slight consolidation trending upwards there. And now, as you can see on this past week, it's just confound within these two lines there. So what we'll do is we'll wait for it either break through to the upside or to the downside, and then take a trade according to which line it breaks, and hopefully catch in with some open equity on there. Dollar yen, as I said earlier on, bit of consolidation going on, but it has broken through the previous high. So you've got the previous swing high there, and the market has broken through that. So there's a strong move to the upside. And as you can see on the trend as well, it tells you that it's an uptrend. So there's strong move to the upside. This would be a good time to get into the dollar yen trade, which if you follow the live trading rooms and the elite rooms, then you will see that we have taken a trade on the dollar yen to the upside there. So congratulations for all those that are in that trade. Aussie dollar, a little bit of a sideways move on there. It has been for a while, so nothing further on there as swing low come down here. And as you can see, today's swing low has broken through the downside. Does it have more strength to go to the downside? Possible. There's a swing confirmation as well. So there may be more move to the downside on the Aussie dollar. Euro JPY, still slow and steady move to the upside, and it's still moving to the upside with a strong buyer bar there. Today, however, the market is turned. Keep an eye on it, but as you can see, it is generally to the upside on there. We'll see, we're waiting for a swing high to confirm before we can take anything on there, but we've got 2 points on the chart here, a low point there and a high point there. So until one of these are broken, then it just could be difficult to dictate which way the direction is going to be. But it is a slow, steady move to the upside on the FTSE. As I mentioned before, the FTSE and the Dow Jones, pretty similar patterns. So there you go on the Dow Jones as well. It's got a steady move to the upside, and even today got a small seller bar, but there you are, and it changes as we speak. But yeah, a possible move to the upside on here. Coffee has also made a steady move to the upside, but today he's got some strong support in the buy. So therefore, you can see that the move is quite clear on this chart that it's going to the upside. We've got a higher lows and higher highs forming. So there you go for upside on the coffee. Oil. We have had a few trades on the oil this week. We actually have one running live now to the upside. As you can see, it's showing support to the upside there. Possibly some more move to go. We still haven't taken out the previous swing high. So it's a good chance that this is going to continue to the upside and give us a little bit more profit. Today's stop loss will move to a point whereby we'll be past our break even when we move the stop loss on there at the weekend. Gold, slow steady move to the upside on gold. A little bit of buying pressure coming in here, so it's still moving to the upside. I can see the bar is still moving. It's tested it to see to the downside, but nothing further, and it's gone back up. So more move to the upside expected on gold. Bitcoin, yeah, it's had its good run. As you can see here, the previous, the last, not last swing high, but the one before that, the high was 64,800. So it's close to 69,000 at its highest point of any time. And since then, you know, with the news in the markets and some announcements that have made, have kind of lost a little bit of faith in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has come down to a bit more of a manageable figure there. So slight consolidation in this week, bit of a sideways movement. We've got a big bar there, so we'll see, you know, whether it's taken out the high or the low of this bar before there's opportunities on Bitcoin coming into the market. Okay, and that's it for the market update for the charts. What I'll do now is I'll give you an idea of what's occurring in our two rooms. So the market update for our two rooms. First one, elite room. So the primary runner strategy, 20% OE. We had nothing this week. On the cash in 4.0, 20% OE. There was nothing on there either this week. The cash in 4.0, 70% was nothing, or no trades taken or closed this week. On the cash in 4.0, 100 pips, which is a trade that we place our target for 100 pips from entry. We had one trade which closed us out at the minus 0.07, so a very small loss on that trade there. Continuation patterns were nothing on continuation, but quick exits. On the slow exit continuation pattern, we did have a trade running, which gave us a minus 0.80% loss. So the total for the elite room was a minus 0.87% to the downside. And in the live trading room this week, prime runners, we had nothing. Lift off 70% and 20%. We had no trades taken this week. On the cash in 4.0 TSL primary, we had a minus 0.32% loss. And on the cash in 4.0 one day exit, we had no trades closed out, even though we do have a trade running at the moment. So nothing closed out, and there's 0% on there. So that's a total of minus 0.32% on the live trading room. And that brings us across both rooms, the elite room at minus 0.87 and live trading room at minus 0.32%, giving us a total of minus 1.19% loss to the downside. Okay, and that concludes the market update for this week. That just leaves me to say, until next time, stay disciplined, follow the plan, and keep trading like a master.